Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Washington Huskies and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, Penn State made one of the most interesting hires of the offseason. Matt Campbell has shown that he can do it all at Iowa State. Tough nose, and he is a physical coach that makes sure his players play tough. Let's see if the Blue Bloods can get a blue-collar work ethic and bring Penn State back to excellence. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Penn State Nittany Lions kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Outside the pocket, let's go.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's Williams to throw. A spectacular one-hand grab.
I'll tell you what, these gloves nowadays are amazing. You see this more and more. Who needs two hands? You just go up with one hand, pluck it, bring it down for the catch.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
Williams. They'll run the screen. Runs through the tackle. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Williams. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Throwing, Williams. Right down the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First carry of the season. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Beck. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
To the ground. He's got it again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. There was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Got the quick pass. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? The quick out. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Going to the running game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's Williams. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you've already seen him make a critical mistake earlier in the ball game, and you're going to make more of them if you don't make your feet a priority. Just pause for a second. Steady those feet, get them quiet. Now I can make it more accurate.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Williams, here's the pressure.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch around the 50. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, one thing you know about Penn State when you've watched them play in recent years is they were absolutely loaded at running back. Maybe the best 1-2 combination over the last several seasons in Nick Singleton and Kaytron Allen, David. Now both those guys are gone. There's going to be some new faces toting the rock, but this is Penn State. They've got to be able to run the ball.
They do, and you think about this new era with Matt Campbell coming over, obviously bringing Hansen at the running back spot, but you know how he likes to do it, man. Multiple tight ends, run the football. Rocco Beck's going to be steady at quarterback, so whether it's Hansen, whether it's Peoples who comes over from Ohio State, I expect the ground game to be what Penn State fans are used to.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. The Nittany Lions go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Now on first down from the 30. Williams. Here's a hit. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Williams on the play fake. They're working that left side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Throwing, Williams. Here comes the heat. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The option look. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Here's Williams to throw. Wide open downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Huskies moving quickly to the line.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he could not get loose on the run.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Play action with Williams. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out into the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. He'll take it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Beck. He spins that thing down the middle. Upstairs he's got it. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34. And what an electrifying play.
And some offenses you'll see, they'll get conservative right before the half, especially with the lead. Take it to the half, and you know you're in good shape. I love it with this offense, man. No, we're not done yet. Like, we trust our guys. Trust your QB there to make a play, and he does. Big play down the field. Already leading, and now hungry for some more points.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Right on target this time. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
The Nittany Lions will go for it here on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Trucks through the defender. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 7 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Tigers coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field. I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. Slips one guy down. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Fighting off the defender. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Washington stops the clock and uses its 1st timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short.
Here we go. Ready.
The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Beck. On target. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Here's a give to Washington. Breaks the tackle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his big tight end. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. Washington right back to the line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like they take a deep shot, they've tried it short, they've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe that's what they need to get something going right now.
Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Williams unloads to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He lets it fly. He's got it on the outside. There he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Williams fires to the middle. Complete downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Williams looking for a man. Looking long. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Williams to the air again. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Beck. Fires to the middle. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Takes it the other way. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They knocked through the extra point, but they still trail 31-13. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they're going to let it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
With the grab and the score.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. They'll move the wide receiver.
Booster. Let it go.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Washington.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Penn State will spend its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that one.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Good timing on the quick out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but it looks as if they'll go for it. He's out of bounds well short of the marker, and they'll have to give up the ball. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's got his man, makes the grab.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
Throwing, Williams. Going long. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass, and when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
Here comes the option. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Play fake, Williams. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Williams to throw. Got it. Plows through the defense. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. It's Williams again. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Williams. The screen. He's got wheels. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Williams will pass. Fires to the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Number 2 hauls it in the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready.
They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. The quarterback takes a knee. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Williams. He'll pull it down. Got the first down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Throwing, Williams. Under fire. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Got to find a completion on this one. Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.